All right, gang. So we are back, and we got the fancy gang here with Sam and Jean, and
Fancy gang's adjusting their chair. It was at kitty height, and now there's not a kitty, and I don't have to be at that height anymore.
Ooh, I also got a fancy chair recently.
Yeah?
I got a gamer chair.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I got a gamer house.
Yeah.
Bought a house.
Code Red Edition.
Code Blue Edition.
Code Blue.
Because it's blue.
Well, and I mean, considering the heat, it's a good thing they've got all those healing implements built in.
Mm-hmm. Also, I'm sitting next to the AC unit, but I have to have it off because I'm recording.
I'm gonna find some kind of home project that you could call overclocking, but I'm not sure what it is.
That's when you put too many clocks in the house on the same wall, Sam.
Or a clock really high. We actually don't have any clocks up. I love clocks.
But if you do that, you have to pay the time tax.
Well, only once.
Okay, you're not going to use this part of the recording, right? Because I can't. I've been advised not to discuss my issues with the time taxes by several lawyers.
Sam, I think it's about time that you talk about your issues with the time tax.
That might be a bit taxing on him. Aren't you glad you're alone with me and Luke?
Do you need a minute?
I made the wrong choice.
And you don't get a second's chance.
Let's give Luke a hand.
I'm glad to have our team back together.
This is bad. Eric, just
You gotta take your months.
put in the cuckoo clock noises for this and please fade us out. This is, please.
Yeah, I guess we should count down to starting the podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry that Sam is feeling so weak.
Yeah.
Wait, what's weak?
You're in a daze.
Month, week, days?
Uh-huh.
Go on, Sam, keep up.
Yeah, this is...
Here we go. All right.
Thinking about a slur that rhymes with month.
And then the music plays. Ooh, 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 girl. Change is gonna do you good. Bow, bow, bow. That's my Elton John.
Oh, I thought it was a new intro.
Maybe once Waterdeep Dragon Ice ends, we'll have Eric and I do a accompaniment, a duo song. We'll just get together and make some music the Elton John way.
With heels and feathers?
Mm-hmm. Pinball Wizard. In the movie, Tommy. So, Kiir and Nivenya, you walked into the mists and you clutched a mask in your hands and you were followed by the other group that includes Lord Growlhunt, but also two fancy people you are not as familiar with. And you wander through the mists. I'm going to need both of you to make a wisdom check for me.
Starting off hot. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
People want rolls. Oh, that's bad. I have a bad roll. I have a 3.
I got a 17, so if you add them together, that's a 20.
That is a delicious treat for me, though. Here, you are just going along with this. This is all making sense, but Nivenya, the past few hours of your memory, it seems like something is missing, and you're not quite sure what. But as you end up exiting the mists, it is a beautiful day outside. You see, you're at like the top of this hill, and down below you is this town, and there's a beautiful sea out in front of you. It's like maybe 75 degrees, but it's like a comfortable 75 where it's humid but not too humid, and It's also weird. Do you all want to roll me some perception checks?
I'd love to. I'd love to do that for you.
I'd also like to.
15.
Nat 20.
Blah, blah, blah.
It looks cocked, I'm going to be honest, but the screen said 20.
Well, the screen is what is important. So, both of you notice there are a lot of things you haven't seen. For one thing, the roads are, like, fully paved. Like, they are black roads with yellow dividing lines. Like, you're only supposed to go forward on one side and another way on the other. Also, there's so many weird horseless carriages here that are just driving by, and there's these tall trees with palms on them somehow. I would like you to both be picturing what would happen if Kiir, Nivenya, and 3 fancy fantasy world people got dropped in sort of a modern fantasy-ish Los Angeles or Los Angeles-esque city. Because that is where you have ended up.
I feel like with my tall boots and short shorts, Nivenya might be dressed well enough for fantasy LA. It's very like a little retro 70s embellishments, but yeah.
Or like maybe you had been riding horses or something of that nature.
Yeah. Also, does LARPing exist?
Maybe.
How layered are we gonna get?
Wait, is it Fantasy LA or LA?
It is fantasy LA, so there's still orcs and like elves. You got an orc cop.
There's a bunch of dragons with guiding lights like landing in LAX.
Okay.
If you could see LAX, the thing is, past like the water at some point, there's mists still, and behind you there are mists.
Got sort of like a PS1 draw distance situation going on here.
Yeah.
Also, just a point of order. I think Kiir is shirtless. I don't think I put on any clothes after tearing off my Zentarum jacket.
Fair.
I think I have clothes if you want to be dressed. But if you want to be shirtless and shiny, live your best life, babe.
I think the audience wants that.
Yeah. Let's say save for a shawl. Very sheer shawl.
Yeah, it's like knit. It's finely knit. It's not quite mesh, but it is slightly see-through.
One of these mechanical carriages that drives by, the driver gives a cat or a wolf whistle at you, Kiir.
Oh, yes, hello. I do a very polite wave.
They have already driven by.
Maybe there's a lot of artificers here.
Maybe. Is this why I was made?
That's a big question, and we just got here.
Sorry, that question may have been just on my... I don't think...
That's okay.
That horseless carriage didn't really match my aesthetic.
No. Also, quick question, Kiir. Do you feel like the last few hours of your life have been wiped away as if some sort of memory spell has been cast on you?
Luke, does that question even make sense to me after my 3?
Not really. I mean, how many of the events that you have experienced in the past less than a week still would pre-events Kiir have believed? I mean, the lizard wheel?
I mean, the lizard wheel alone.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I have no idea what you're referring to, dear.
Okay, well, just keep an eye on when you are. We should get going, right? The mask to find.
Oh, yes. Oh, dear. Oh, yes. When I am is now, and here we are looking for a mask.
Yes.
And we have no other clues to the mask?
We should follow that horseless carriage.
Yeah.
Well, Kiir, do you want to give me a check, a history or an arcana check, your choice?
History. It's an 8.
Anything plus?
8 total.
You have nothing. Nivenya, you also have the same option.
I'm gonna go arcana. It's your stat performance. Ooh, look at this, and that 20 plus 4. I got a 24.
And that 20 plus 4, wonderful.
I fucking love LA.
It is thriving.
It's LA Lumos Arcanum.
So, Nivenya, you've read a lot of books, correct?
Yeah. I think I have a rank G green
Yes.
library card.
Let me... Library. You have a level R library card.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. While Kiir only has a level 4 library card.
Well, he's just getting started.
I know.
Give him like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he comes to the potlucks. It's very social.
So, one of the things that this somewhat strikes you as is an event that is known as a domain of dread. Which are basically small pocket dimensions that are formed around a dread lord. Someone who has committed a crime so great that they are essentially trapped within their domain forever. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And usually these are seen by mysterious mists, and typically people don't travel into them on purpose.
Right. Yeah, I think, like, I recognize this, and, like, I read, like, a scary stories to tell your, what's the, Planeswalkers? Mm-hmm. Scary stories Planeswalkers tell in the dark, about, like, this and Barovia and Sigil. Mm-hmm. Like, it's all very ominous.
Sigil is not a dread domain, but...
Sure.
Nonetheless, yes.
It's spooky. Mm-hmm. Lady of Pain, come on.
It's a domain that you dread visiting. So, like...
City of Doors. Yeah, so I think, look at Kira's like, Kira, so there is a leader of this place, Dreadlord, that we're going to have to either take a mask of, make a mask of, or steal a mask from. Some such. And I'm excited to see how that plays out.
Yes, me too, especially because I think our survival depends on it, but I'm just happy to be here. I don't really know what's going on.
Are we alone on the road? Are those, like, goons with us?
So the other 3 people who came through kind of, like, looked, saw you talking, saw the mechanical carriage, and decided to just start running down into town.
So I look down the road at those 3 people, I'm like, I feel like we should beat them to it, whatever it is.
If you wanted, you could also take a survey over the area and see if you can find any important points, but it's up to you.
Gamer Sam says that's a great idea, but...
Let's see if we can find a carriage stop with perhaps a, not bus line, different thing than bus line map.
Mm-hmm. A fantasy bus that we already used in our world.
A trolley.
Mm-hmm. So there is actually a sign posted for public transportation, but it has been painted over with just black marks through all of the text.
Well, that's very rude.
Like it's redacted?
Mm-hmm.
Can I prestidigitate the black off?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
You cleaned it off, and there's a bus schedule. Buses are supposed to come by here every 15 minutes or so, and...
Not bad.
Yeah.
And, like, a map of, like, the city line, maybe, like, going into town and some major thoroughfares? What buses?
Nope, this is a bad public transportation system, because it's in a rich town.
Oh, it's one of the, like, discreet, like, hand-carved wooden bus signs that... People are like, oh, this must fit my aesthetic of the neighborhood.
That they also hope nobody uses.
Thereabouts. It just has, like, the lines that go on, but it's all just combinations of letters and numbers.
So, we could either wait here for a bus, or we can... also, I don't know the currency of this place. Used to being so rich.
Well, not to borrow a phrase from our friend, but... shiny rocks tend to be good anywhere.
Okay. I say we save our energy. Those people, that road is very long to the city. I don't want to run. I will be very sticky. It's hot here. My boots are very tall. So...
They are very tall.
I'm just going to wait.
Kiir, roll me a charisma check.
I appreciate you wanting to redeem your skills here. I don't know how this is going to go, but... 14 total.
Yeah, a car pulls up and is like, and the driver looks at the 2 of you and is like, hey, what's up?
Kiir is channeling power that they didn't know was within them. Just kind of gives like an up and is like, oh, hey.
I said, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Hey.
Yeah, I'm cruising.
Are you cruising into town?
Yeah, that's the only place to go.
Like,
unless you're leaving town to come back in.
Would you like some cruising company?
Yeah, you're hot.
Oh, yes, I know, but don't leave my friend out of the compliments.
I think he did need me.
They can come too.
Ah, scalding. Kiir, you should sit in the front, and I'll sit in the back. That only faces forward. Very strange.
It is a 1950s style convertible, but legally different.
1750s style convertible.
Yes.
Yeah. So I look to like climb. Carriages have door handles. I know how a door handle works.
Yeah, no, Kiir absolutely jumps over the door into the passenger seat and also does like a little giggle.
Sup? My name's Pierre.
Well, hello, Pierre. My name is Kiir. This is Nivenya.
Yeah.
We're new in town.
Oh, we don't get a lot of new people in town. Well, you guys looking to party?
I'm homeless, I'm queer, and I'm new in town.
It gets worse. Party?
Yeah. I've got a party going on tonight at my place, but, I'm just trying to get the personal buzz going
Oh, yeah.
to get to the big party.
Oh, party to a party? I love a party to a party.
Yeah.
There's simply nothing better than leaving one party knowing you're headed to another.
Mm-hmm.
Better party.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Do you have music for this party?
Yeah, I hired a street band.
Fantastic.
The good ones.
Ooh.
Yeah, I put the real money in for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple of shinies, huh?
Yeah.
Excellent. Right. We should get going.
Pierre, show me what this carriage can do.
And Kiir, you're able to see this, but Nivenya is not. The floor of the car does not have any gas or brakes. It is like a Flintstones car. And so he just starts walking, moving it, and the car starts going.
I was hoping you'd say that.
And so he's like, all right, hold on tight, as you go down the hill towards the main part of town. And, there are a lot of houses here that look to be beautifully maintained. The foliage is maybe a bit overly maintained. The trees and the shrubs and everything are just, very tight. You can see the branches on all of them through the leaves.
It's a little Stepford Wives, uncannily kept. There's no trash.
Roll me a investigation.
I got a 16 investigation.
It feels like nothing is going to waste more than anything else. For whatever reason, if there's leaves that don't need to be on to cover the branches, then those leaves are gone. No idea where they are. You're not seeing any trash or the trash cans that you're seeing on the sides of the street are very empty.
Right. The architecture is fascinating. So many flat buildings.
Kiir would like to have a separate investigation check on Pierre, who they are checking out up and down.
That would be an insight check.
Yeah, it's probably insight.
Insight? Sexy insight.
Sexy insight check. Oh, it's a 7. That 7 looked like a 1, but it's a 10 total.
Yeah.
Yes. So what are you interested in about Pierre?
So the goal would have been to assess his social status and class. But with a 10, I'm feeling like maybe Kiir just notices how hot they are. Not to tell you how to DM.
No, that's fair. I mean, this is a world with a different sort of standard of wealth and, beauty in a way. Pierre is very tanned, but a lot of it seems to be similarly, or less from he is tanning to look tanned, but there's a level of actual sunburn to the tan. So it's like a golden brown, but with lots of just red or very dry skin.
Like at the extremities or on your where the joints are, etc.
Yeah.
As a brown person, I don't really turn red, so that's a feat in its own.
Well, you're over level 4, so you're free to do that.
You can tan however you want. Yeah, I think, yes, just fascinating. So many ways.
Yeah, so, like, this is my place, and, like, the party's not on for an hour or two, so you can, like, go and walk around if you want before it starts, but, yeah, no, make sure to come here, because, like, new people are awesome.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, there's some other new people here that kind of maybe less awesome than us, so just, if you hear about them, maybe let us know when to come back and get you something special from downtown.
Like, there's Sucks? There's Sucksville?
Yeah, like Major Sucksville.
Just grody.
Alright, cool.
To the max.
Yeah, well, if you get lost or whatever, just, either look for my party or just ask how to get back to Pierre's place.
Sure. And what's the bigger party that we're going to after this party? Like, who's hosting that one? Just in case we hear anything.
That's not for a day or two, but... And he points over at a, level that is sort of between the top of the hill and the middle, but it stands out. It is a massive mansion that towers over everything else. It is incredibly ostentatious. That's like Sadie's party, and she rules this town. And so you have to get an invite there, otherwise you get tossed out. But you have to be cool enough to get in there,
Yeah, that's so true. If you think about it, isn't that true about a lot of stuff?
I guess. Yeah.
If Kiir had their memory, this might be resonating with some social situations they recently entered, but they don't, so they don't.
Yay!
It's mostly just an ache.
Anyways, we should get going. Let's do a little town exploration.
Yeah, you simply must show us around.
I like wood. I've just got to make sure that all the party setup is going to be perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course you do. Of course you do. Pierre, you wouldn't mind if, my friend Nivenya and I, we borrowed your vehicle for a time?
Yeah, no. Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Kiir flutters their robo eyelashes. Kiir attaches eyelashes and flutters them.
I'm just off camera holding a disguise kit for you.
Yeah, I just got to get something out of the trunk, and he opens up the trunk and takes out some bags of what look to be groceries or something, and then carries them into the house.
When he's gone, I'm like, oh, thank God. I thought it was going to be a body or something. This place is strange. I think it's so square.
It's very square. Why do I want to impress him?
He's hard.
Is he? I guess. I just...
Nivenya shrugs.
This place is... I feel like I just want to go up to everyone I meet and make sure they like me.
I think it's because he's tan and aloof. That is a lot for a lot of people.
I think it may do a lot for me. I may be a lot of people.
Possibly. We should find out. We should also find the thing we're sent here for.
Do you just want to take this vehicle?
Car? I mean, do you know how it operates?
Yeah, no, I was watching him. I couldn't take my eyes off of him. That it was odd, but that may help.
Sure. Well, let's get in it and see if we can make it go first.
All right. So, Kiir, are you going to try and drive this?
Yeah, I guess.
Roll a insight with a disadvantage.
Well, the first roll was a 20, so...
A nat 20?
Yep. Second roll is a total of 17.
Oh,
we're good.
Nice.
Okay. I mean, tiny children are able to drive those pedal cars, so Kiir is smarter than a tiny child.
So glad you can.
Hooray!
That's why we have that t-shirt in our Redbubble shop. Kiir is smarter than a tiny child.
Mm-hmm. And
Yes,
sales.
but only in tiny child sizes. Just to rub it into the children. Gloat.
They got another place.
Yes.
Well, no, there are like the onesies, but it says, Kiir is smarter than me. I am a really dumb child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I am baby, Kira's man. Robot.
And on the back, it says, even if I was above average in intelligence or even just average, Kiir would be smarter than me. But as it stands, I'm below average, even for a small baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that font is very tiny. It almost doesn't get legible. So
Basically shears off the moment you wear it.
Well, and then even weirder is they have like the flap for like changing the baby. And on the inside of the flap, it says, I'm just a waste of space and time and everything. I am God's greatest, newest mistake.
yeah, but it's on the butt side, so you do see it every time you go to change the baby.
I know, it's great. It's a great reminder. Wonderful seller.
Yeah. Getting the double, triple-sided, the inside printing as well cost us so much money. They are $100 each, but it's worth it.
We make nothing on them.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're losing money.
But I mean,
Please stop buying these onesies.
Please sign up for a Patreon.
we'll bring him to PAX 2021 and try and just unload him as best we can.
I live here. I don't know if I'm going to PAX.
Yes, and we get in the car.
We're anti-Paxers on the show.
Jesus.
We get the car.
Okay, no, wait, that pun was worth it, but we do get in the car.
So you go driving like the Kinks song. And what are you looking for as you're cruising? I mean, there's lots of other fresh honeys.
I'm looking for a costume shop because if they're like other small towns would have festivals and parties, maybe they have like gentle mocking masks of the Dreadlord, and that will do. Like, does it have to be a specific mask? Can it be any mask?
It does specifically say the mask of the Dreadlord, but roll me a wisdom save again.
Yeah. Also, maybe we'll get information on what the Dreadlord looks like. Mm-hmm. Wisdom, you say? Just straight whiz. Mm-hmm. I got a 16. I got a +0.
You have this weird moment where the Stone of Galore that told you that you needed the Mask of the Dreadlord, it didn't tell you that, but you can't remember what it actually wanted you to bring.
So, my memories are being lost as I think of them?
Or your memories have been rewritten.
Oh. So it told me to get something, but I can't remember what it was?
Mm-hmm.
I think I just squint my eyes and shake my head. Yeah, I think something's wrong.
Here, in the meantime, is looking for more powerful people, which they are currently equating with hotness.
Mm-hmm.
How many tank tops are there?
Yeah.
Oh, there are so many tank tops here. And in fact, as you move from the residential area or move from the housing area to the commercial area, there is a place that is called Tank Top Stop.
Nivenya, how could anything be wrong? Look at this just parade of specimens.
It is very nice.
Very nice.
What? I think I need a drink or something. My brain feels all fuzzy.
Typically one's brain gets fuzzier with a drink, but I'm not going to argue.
What's that? What is a Baja smoothie?
Ooh, it's colored like the inside of my face.
Those look refreshing. I think we should stop and get one.
So there is a smoothie store that is called Baja Smoothie. That is next to Tank Top Stop.
Which is across the street from the Sunglass Hut.
The Sunglass Shanty.
People just really, it's a trifecta there. You hit up one and you know you're going to hit up the other two.
Yeah.
And so you go into Baja Smoothie and the bell rings and the woman behind the counter says, "Hi, welcome to Baja Smoothie. How can I help you?"
Hello. I want one that is just as bright purple as you can make it.
Uh-huh. Any dietary restrictions?
No flesh. I squint.
Do you consider fish to be flesh?
As long as it's sentient? So if it's not sentient, I'm fine.
All right. And so she turns and just pulls out the saddest looking fish and some ice and some sort of indescript powder puts it into the smoothie blender, turns it on, and then turns it off, pours it in. That'll be 10 gold.
I beg your pardon?
That'll be 10 gold.
I look to see if prices are listed.
That is the most expensive beverage I've ever been confronted with. I don't mean to insult your storefront here, but
Yes.
I've once tried paying for a drink with 10 gold and was immediately robbed.
Are you trying to get us robbed?
No, I'm telling you, if you would like this smoothie, it is 10 gold.
I don't think I would like that smoothie.
Fine. I guess you're not cool.
Kier's eyes widen.
Yeah, and if he does the clenched Arthur fist. I'd rather be... You know what? I'm too cool to listen to you shit talk me. Have a wonderful day.
I will.
Turn around and I walk out of the store. I sash my hips.
Kier stays behind. So cool. How cool do you think we are if we get the smoothie?
I mean, only cool people drink Baja smoothies.
I hand over 20 gold.
Fuck.
She hands you the smoothie. Would you like a second one, or is that a tip?
Oh, consider it a tip.
Okay.
From both of us. These two new cool people that you met today.
Oh, you're
We
like...
know Pierre.
Oh,
Is Pierre not cool? Wait, hold on. You have to tell me if Pierre is cool.
I mean, he tries too hard sometimes.
Okay, then let me rephrase my relationship to Pierre. We just met him and swindled him out of his car.
Oh, that is like so cool. You know, it'd be the best thing to do.
What?
Like, take the car and drive it into the lake. And then you don't retrieve it. And then you don't tell Pierre. And then you have everybody put you up on their shoulders and carry you through town. And then you get into the cool party.
Is this a fantasy you've had?
I'm telling you what works here.
I'm gonna say I'd like to roll insight. The reason I just want to see if everyone,
Yeah.
if I can get the feeling that other people share this opinion with her.
And if the smoothies are actually just like 3 copper. Yeah. Just swindling us.
Piss. That's an 8 total.
You don't have a reason to not trust her. I mean, she's attractive.
God, everyone down here is so attractive. Here definitely says that under their breath. Just double checking. You'll have a positive opinion of me if I drive his car into the lake.
Oh, definitely. I will tell everyone I know that you are cool, and then I bet you can get into Sadie's party because she loves when people do wild shit like that.
Kier's just basically gonna run out of there, leaving behind the smoothie. And the gold. And yell to Nivenya, we have to drive this into the lake.
I'm sorry, what?
It will get us into the party if we drive this into the lake and people know that it was us and that it was Pierre's.
What if... Hold on. Yeah, could you come here for a second? Stand below this dying palm tree with me.
Oh, it's
Too
an
tall.
awful shape.
Very strange. I take both sides, put one hand on each side of Kira's face, and I just look at him. He's just like, shake his face a little bit. Like, I would smush his cheeks, but he's metal. So I'm just gonna...
There's still some give, like the panels kind of...
Okay. Yeah, so I smush his face. I'm like, we are here to do something. I can't remember what it is. I'm very concerned that these people are all tricksters and fairy folk or something. Why are we driving it? So we're going into the car to put it in the lake because why?
Because then people will like me and us. Us is important in this.
I narrow my eyes when he says me.
Us is important in this instance. People will like us.
Could we do a different thing that doesn't require destruction of the one nice person that we've met?
Okay, but you have to get the idea from another attractive person.
I'm a little insulted, but sure. Why don't we use our brains, and I knock on your head and I step back, and think of our own solution to this? We need to do something apparently very rude, and then we'll get invited to the party.
Just have to be cool. And I don't know if it's this place or something, but Nivenya, you're very attractive too. I just thought I would say.
Thank you.
But you have to admit, everyone here is so... How are they all in one place?
I point to the mist. That mist is trapping everyone here because of some terrible crime the leader of this place committed against the universe. So you should stay on your toes a bit more. Get a little doe-eyed right now. We have to remember why we're here. Can't do that with you not buying smoothies for 20 gold.
And as you say that, coming loudly out of tank top stop, you see bedazzled in the wonderful raiment of this land, the people from the opposing party that the Xanathar sent. Kiir, roll me a history check.
That's a 9 total.
Beyond Lord Orand Growlhund, who has some sort of interest in Koyos, the other two are the Castellanters, who you know to be well-regarded philanthropists in Waterdeep.
Shit, they're rich.
Are they hot?
I mean, they're outside of the range of sort of hotness for, like, here everyone is at sort of Hollywood, you're in your 20s, even though you could be played by, like, 30-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
They're like country hot and not city hot.
They're like 40-year-old hot.
Yeah.
Okay, but like moneyed hot.
Yes.
There's different kinds of hot, everyone.
Like yes, we have money. Look at us. We have beautiful sex in our sex room of our mansion.
And if we can't do it well, we pay someone to do it for us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what was their name again?
They are the
Gravelhund and Castellanterns.
Castellanters.
Nivenya, that's the Castellanterns. Castellanters. A word I definitely know and did not just read.
Of course. I also know this word that you said.
They're famous for having money and paying other people to have beautiful sex for them. I'm going to be honest, that last part may have been an invention of my head. I'm just going to say I probably shouldn't be in charge of decisions.
They probably did. I've been to a lot of noble parties, and there's surprisingly, only in the event in which this won't have a bunch of sex, and that there is just a room, and everyone else has a mechanic base. And look, we have a fight.
I know that.
So they're here. We don't like them, which means they're our enemy for whatever it is we're trying to get or be.
Nivenya, do you think they look? They just came out in new Growlhund just came out in new clothes, right?
Yes, and they also have bags with additional clothes.
Nivenya, do you think that he looks cool right now?
I think he looks like he's trying too hard.
Kiir runs back into Baja Smoothies to retrieve the smoothie.
Mm-hmm.
Kiir is going to attempt to douse Sir Growlhund.
Throwing a big gulp at a Walmart.
Yep.
Are you going to directly throw it on them or like toss the cup across the street? Let me know how you're dousing.
Okay, yeah. Kiir's
How far are you launching it?
Kiir's just gonna straight up like whip it from the entrance of Baja Smoothie.
This sad fish juice?
Yeah, just fucking
I love it.
All right.
fastball that thing.
Make a dex attack, so that is going to be a +7.
Oh, out here telling me to make attack rolls? Now that's something Kiir fucking does.
Does Kiir have the proficiency because of all the times he's tossed wine at people?
I mean, that's more of a melee wine tossing.
Oh, right, yeah. It's a close range.
18 total.
Yeah,
Nice.
Are you targeting Lord Castellanter, Lady Castellanter, or Lord Growlhund?
Oh, Lord Growlhund. Well, wait, no. Who's in the flashiest tank top?
That would be Lady Castellanter.
And it's Lady Castellanter.
Yeah.
Okay, good, because, like, Lord Growlhund looks like the 40-year-old, recently widowed guy who has been brought into a extra-dimensional crime shenanigans situation
Yeah, you know.
and did not want to be here.
He's already tired.
Yeah.
Like his tank top is tucked into his pants.
This would have done 0 cool damage on him, but on Lady Castellanter.
No, it would have made you fully a bully. But no, this falls onto Lady Castellanter. Her, like, blonde hair, like, picture a Portia di Rossi.
Oh
Yeah.
no. I throw it and I say like, oh dear, looks like I got some trash in my fish juice.
Oh, I didn't expect.
You hear cars squeeze or, like, slam on the brakes.
Mm-hmm.
As they start just, as, like, everyone else around you starts clapping.
They all
Yeah.
clapped.
I'm like, gosh, I didn't think they let trash on the street like this. It's such a neat neighborhood.
Lady Castellanter goes to walk up to you, and then her husband just sticks an arm out, pulls a staff pulls a cane out of his bag, walks up to you, Kiir. Mm-hmm. I'm going to need you to give me a save, a charisma save.
Oh, my darling Clementine, but that's my good one.
Kiir, what? So you got cocky?
Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything, because the computer heard it and gave me a natural 1.
So...
Are you gloating too much?
He taps his cane on you. You serve Lord Castellanter. He is your trusted leader. He is the one you should be following here. You have been charmed by him.
My liege.
And he tells you to apologize to his wife and to buy her a new outfit.
Oh, my dear lady, how could I have? Obviously, my hand slipped. I would never raise such a fish juice. And
Kiir.
Nivenya, you're embarrassing me in front of my boss.
I cast vicious mockery on Kiir, hoping to shake him out of it with a little gentle prod.
Yeah, what's that? Another charisma save?
A 13 wisdom save.
Oh, there's the good roll.
Son of a...
There's the
Why did you roll good?
fucking good roll. 21 total.
Yeah. So I think I just say, Kiir, you're not kowtowing to a bunch of olds. And my language is just so old-fashioned. It's not cool at all.
Bunch of olds, pardon you. This is Lord and Lady Castellanter, one of the premier philanthropists of our city. Where is it here? Is this where I live?
Kiir, you've been charmed. No.
Kiir, was it? I would like you to go and buy me the robe that is in there.
Of course, Lady Castellanter. Anything you wish.
I'm trying to pull his arm so he doesn't go. Stop it. Step out of it.
Grapple check. Let's keep it going. No, don't worry. My strength sucks. Grapple check me.
My strength's a -1, dude.
My strength's a -1 as well.
Oh, why are we together?
Let's do it.
It's all charisma, no strength. I got a 6. I rolled a 7.
I got a 12. I break away.
I weakly try to grasp it. I'm like, oh, you're so greasy.
Nivenya, I can play later. Right now, duty calls.
And Kiir, you go into the shop, pick up the robe.
Real quick, before I make a possibly platinum-based mistake here. Mm-hmm. If this was a charm, how many times do I get to am I just charmed for the duration? Do I have checks against this?
So you know how you have been basically kowtowing to the rich and famous for your entire memorable life?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you hadn't saved from the vicious mockery, that would have freed you. But Nivenya has no way of knowing that. So...
But Nivenya knows that he can't buy anything if he doesn't have any money. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to try to get his coin purse off him.
Okay, yeah.
Well, so you do notice the price tag. This is 5,000 gold.
Oh, my dear Lady Castellanter, but I'm afraid that the modest stipend, which I am so happy to receive from you and your lordship, it doesn't account for the cost of this robe.
Well, if you don't like it, then you must earn the money.
Yes, of course.
Steal.
Your wisdom is so boundless. Hey, Luke, just gonna quick check here. So my memory right now is my life kowtowing to the desires of the rich and famous. Mm-hmm. Does that include all the illegal shit that I did for them?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I am going to pull out my rapier and point it at the clerk and say,
what? Are you going to...
Her ladyship Castellanter is walking out of here with this robe, and I simply will not hear another word of it.
I'm terribly sorry. He's been mind melded or something. This isn't him.
Roll me an intimidate check.
After this, I would like to do something.
15 total.
He is plenty intimidated. People have not raised weapons to one another in a long time in this town.
Yeah. I try to take the staff cane off of Castellanter.
Off of Lord Castellanter?
Yes, because I don't like this. He is a jerk.
All right, roll a opposed strength check.
Why strength, though? What's dex?
You didn't say you're doing it sneaky styly.
Mm-hmm. But I chanted steal, steal, steal. I got a nat 20.
Well,
It's directly in his hand.
But you got a nat 20.
But I got a nat 20.
You got a 19.
Oh, Luke's defer. Nat 20. Okay.
I also,
Go on.
a nat 20 also beat a 13.
No, fair.
Yes.
For you.
Yeah, you are able to wrestle it out of his hand, and he says, "Oh, is that the game you would like to play, trash?"
I spit at him.
And we will look into this battle next time on RPG Pals Club.
God, making mistakes.
Hi, I'm Luke, your game master. You've been listening to RPG Pals Club at rpgpals.club. But yeah, we're available everywhere. If you enjoy this podcast, please let us know. Also, we have a Discord, we have a Twitter, leave reviews. We have a Patreon, but no one really uses that, which, you know, it is fine. But yeah, we also all have some other projects. I'm personally on Twitter at Koltreg, that's KOLTREG. And if you're looking for a new show to listen to, I am the producer of the new podcast, Tales from the Outlands, which is a podcast about a D&D campaign I'm in with 17 other players, plus our Dungeon Master. So it's the Dungeon Master, one of the other players, and then me as the producer, in a much more reserved personality, talking about this wild campaign we're in.
And I've been Eric, aka Rhythm Bastard. You can find everything I do on my website, rhythmbastard.rocks. You can also give me money by getting my music at rhythmbastard.bandcamp.com and get my new music as I release it at patreon.com/rhythmbastard. By the time you're listening to this, I have a game that I did music for called Retromania Wrestling, available February 26th.
I'm Gina Dazer. You can find me online at Twitter, if you still use it, because it's full of interesting things every day, at Adaser, Adaser. Or if you want to see some of the arts I'm working on, I have Patreon at Jean_Adaser. And, you know, just be good to each other. Watch some episodes of Shinya Shokudo, the Japanese version. It's very good. The ones on Netflix are not the first 3 seasons, so it's worth it to look it up. It's just wholesome, good, slow experiences content. It's just nice.
I'm Sam. You can find me on Twitter at Frunding_Loom. You can also hear me on the Established Property Playhouse as Lem. We are doing a Pokemon Fun Time campaign with our Game Master Luke and our resident Crocodile Madison.
Hi, I've been Sahoni, also known as Gar Atkins, but you can find me on Twitter at Sahoni_stuff. That's SAHONI_stuff, where I work as a game designer and podcaster. You can catch me on my other podcast, Barking Points Memo, which is a current events comedy podcast where we look at the news and then we yell about it, but hopefully in a funny way. You can also catch up with the progress of my almost completely done book, Exceptionals, which is an RPG inspired by X-Men about the spaces and communities that marginalized people made for themselves. And I'm basically just in the art phase right now, so I'm doing a lot of art streams lately. Would be fun to hang out and talk with y'all.
Hi, my name's Madison Rowan. You can find me on Twitter at QuipsterRecrew. Everything I do will be linked over there. You can also hear me on Luke's other podcast, the Established Property Podcast, as you heard before. I play Kaz, and you can also hear me on a podcast I do with my brother called Let's Make Something, a podcast about making stories from randomly generated words.